Welcome, my morbid friends. Tonight we venture to the rig of the damned, an oil rig left to rust in the Atlantic where something ancient and angry waits beneath the waves. So settle in as we plunge into the murky waters and watch as Jake discovers just how far he can fall as he explores the rig of the damned.
The oil rig creaked and groaned as the Atlantic waves battered its rusted legs. It stood alone, miles away from the nearest shore, a metal behemoth swallowed by the darkening sky. Jake, the new technician, had heard stories about the rig, tales whispered in bars by weathered sailors. They spoke of strange sightings, of men who went mad under the rig's flickering lights, of ghostly figures emerging from the ocean's depths. But Jake had laughed them off. Ghost stories were for kids, not for hardened workers like him. His first night shift started quietly enough. The hum of machinery was almost soothing, a steady rhythm that filled the silence. Around midnight, as he made his rounds, Jake noticed something odd. The lights in the control room flickered, then went out. Plunged into darkness, he fumbled for his flashlight, his breath quickening. As the beam cut through the black, Jake saw something that froze him in place. A figure stood at the end of the corridor, drenched and pale, eyes like bottomless pits. It whispered, but the words were lost in the wind. Shaking, Jake forced himself to move. He had to check the generator. As he descended the metal stairs, the temperature dropped. The air grew thick, carrying a scent of decay. When he reached the generator room, he found the machinery cold and lifeless. That's when he saw them. Ghostly figures, dozens of them, their eyes empty, their faces twisted in eternal agony. They reached out to him, their fingers skeletal, their whispers growing louder, more insistent. "Join us," they pleaded. "Join us in the depths." Jake stumbled back, his heart pounding. He turned to flee, but the door slammed shut. Panic surged through him. He pounded on the door, screamed for help, but his voice was swallowed by the darkness. Then he felt it, a cold hand on his shoulder. He turned slowly, and there she was, the first figure he had seen. Her eyes locked onto his, and he felt a pull, a force dragging him towards the ocean. The walls of the rig seemed to melt away, replaced by the cold embrace of the sea. Jake's screams echoed through the rig, mingling with the mournful cries of the ghosts. The workers who found his body the next morning said he had drowned, but they couldn't explain how he ended up back on the rig, his face frozen in terror, and his eyes wide and empty. The rig continued its operations, but the whispers grew louder. Jake's story became another tale to be told in hushed tones, a warning to all who dared to venture into the rig of the damned.